Good morning, everyone. We're so grateful to have you here. It's day 2 of the Poses with Purpose Challenge. And you know what we're going to do each day is Regena and her beautiful energy back there. You can see her. She's the one that's sharing the actual the poses with you and giving you some explanation about those. She chose these very specifically because there's such a heartbeat behind each one in terms of what they really mean, not only physically for you, but spiritually. And so each day I'm just going to tap into a little bit of that connection of what the spiritual connection is. And we have today is a Warrior 2 pose. And immediately when I saw this one, I want to share this because this is what came to mind for me, like immediately, was my son and both my boys and I used to sit down and have a family meeting, and we would bring quotes and things to our family meeting, and we would connect around those. And sometimes the best discussions we would have would come from those quotes. And I was thinking today about something that we had shared at one of our meetings, and it really, actually my son brought it, and it's just beautiful. And I want to just share, it's not long, but I want to read it to you so that I get it right. But I also really dig into the meaning of this, because I think this is really what today is about, at the very core of it. So when we talk about what it means to be a warrior. So we're on day 2. Here we go. The little boy looked up at the Indian chief father and asked, "What do you think of the world today, father?" The chief replied, "I feel like wolves are tearing at my heart. One is filled with hatred, jealousy, and fear, and the other is filled with love, peace, and hope." Wide-eyed, the little boy asked, "Well, which one will win?" His father looked in his eyes and said, "The one I choose to feed." And it just really struck me that given the times we're in, like we're sort of in this a lot of swirling chaos and whatever, but we each day get to wake up and we get to choose what we want to give energy to, what we want to give power to, because whatever we focus on is what we strengthen. And as a warrior, right, it's sort of standing in your ground of what you're for. It's easy to be against something. Real strength, real power comes in standing in what you're for. And so I when I thought about a warrior, I thought warriors, they're not, they look for peace, not war. And the times we're in, our real strength and standing as warriors in that strength will come from what it is we wake up every morning and what it is we choose to give our heart and our energy and our passion to. And that's why this is part of the reason we're doing some of the challenges that we're doing, and this one in particular, I think speaks to that just beautifully. So with that, and that's a beautiful conversation to have at your kitchen table with your family, by the way. I would encourage you to do that, and really pay attention to what it is not only you are focusing on, but then how that actually filters out to your family. Regena, are you ready?
I am, and I love that. Wow, how powerful. I was getting...
Oh, good. Yeah, it's just a beautiful discussion. So anyway, I choose to give my energy to Regena, who I'm going to put on full screen here so she can actually share yesterday's pose with you when she wants to. Maybe she'll do that at the end. It's up to her. But also just allow her to step into this new pose that we have, which is the warrior pose. So go ahead, Regena.
Love it. So welcome, everyone. We're so happy that you're here. And yes, what a beautiful way to begin. And it's such a honorable pose, because it's true, especially in times like now and always, right? I was actually just talking about this morning in my yoga series, and that was about moving in the world with confidence and with courage, even and especially in those times when we're challenged, right? And knowing that we have support around us. What a beautiful opportunity to step into conversation with our families and know that we can have those discussions at the kitchen table, and to be able to effectively move into the world with grace, confidence, and courage. And that's all what this pose is about, and more. So what's beautiful about this pose is that, like all poses in yoga, each pose is individual and stands on its own. However, in a combination, in what we call a flow or a series, oftentimes people refer to that as a series or a flow is really a vinyasa. It's a flow, vinyasa flow of poses. And so what we're learning right now is individual poses that then you can put together into a flow series or a vinyasa. And so I love this pose because it's a beautiful one. It's very represents so much. So for warrior, there's actually 3 poses. So this is warrior 2, and this one I like because of what it represents, and I feel that it's very poignant, like Cheryl said, with today's times. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and bring your feet into a nice triangle, and notice that my heels are aligned. So your back leg, the heel is aligned with the front leg or front heel. And so it's almost like the front leg is parallel to the long end of the mat, and then the back leg is parallel to the short end of the mat. Once you get there, you can shimmy the right, in my case, the right leg, right? Whatever leg you're using, front and back. So the front leg is going to shimmy forward, and you're going to bend that front leg, and just notice that it's not going past the toes. For safety reasons and precautions, we want to make sure we're protecting the knees. If you have any knee pain here, just be nice and soft and allow yourself to have a soft knee bend here. And then noticing that back leg, when you're ready and comfortable, you can pivot that back leg just a little bit so it's at an angle. And then find yourself nice and supported. And I like to say, imagine you have an invisible line at the bottom of your heels, drawing that line to position your heels so that they're nice and aligned. And then pressing your belly towards your spine, that's going to engage your core and allow you to lift from the rib cage up. So allowing your attention to draw in, we call this the mula bandha, which is the epicenter, right, of our bodies. So this is where, from the diaphragm, all of the breath is coming. So we press the belly towards the spine, lifting the chest, lifting the rib cage, and then we get a nice big open heart, open chest, right? And then when you're ready, open your arms, pressing the fingertips out towards the side walls. And then go ahead and draw your attention and your energy towards the fingers of the right hand. So you're drawing the energy from fingers to fingers all the way out. Nice, beautiful, imagine a white or golden light pressing out towards your fingertips, pressing your belly towards your spine, nice long lift. Open the eyes, open the heart. And then here, you're just going to press that energy out. So it's literally like you're standing like a warrior. And then the most important part of this pose is the smile. And the reason is because you want to have fun with yoga. You also want to make sure that when you're practicing yoga, you're enjoying. And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be heavy. In fact, yoga is meant to enhance your life. And so as you're doing this pose, I love to smile because it reminds me to soften my energy, right? You can be what we call a graceful warrior. In fact, graceful warriors do so much better in life. Think about honey with bees, right? You know that saying, you can get more honey with, I'm forgetting, Cheryl, maybe you can help me with this. I'm forgetting that.
You can attract more bees with honey.
Thank you. You can attract more bees with honey, right? And the reality of that is because it's a softer approach, right? If you start, just being nasty with people, you're not going to get what you want. In fact, you'll deter people. So this is a beautiful pose because it reminds us that we can have confidence, we can have courage, and we can still be soft and gentle at the same time. So practicing this pose with grace, with courage, with strength. Nice deep breath in through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Beautiful. And then let's draw our hands up towards the sky. Let's bring our hands down towards our heart. Take a nice little internal bow. Giving gratitude to ourselves. Let's go ahead and for the purpose of today, let's switch sides. We always want to make sure that we get both sides as much as possible so that we're symmetrical, right? That's also a little bit of my OCD. I know Cheryl can relate. But it's really important. And the reason is because you not only want to feel a sense of completion, even if it's a small completion, right? If you go from left to right, right to left, that's a circle. And the circle allows you to feel completion. So there's a sense of fulfillment in completion, right? Why does the military say that making your bed is one of the most important things to do in the day? Because it's a simple task and it's one of the first tasks you do in the morning. If you can accomplish one task in the morning, that sets you like a rocket out for success the rest of the day. So it's a sense of fulfillment, accomplishment, completion, which allows us to feel more fulfilled, more confidence, feel like we're already getting started, right? And off to the races. So it's really powerful to complete your poses from side to side. And then as I'm speaking, you can go to the other side, remembering that your knee is not going past the toes. Lift the belly towards the spine, right? Lifting that air up and that rib cage, open the heart. And then smile. Beautiful. And then draw the fingers back up towards the sky, bringing both feet towards the front of the room. Draw your attention in. You can close your eyes here. And then go ahead and bring your feet, shimmy those feet back together. And then also I want to share one more thing about symmetry that's important. It's also very important for the brain. So physically, the airflow, right? The airflow, but the blood flow, that's actually what I'm trying to say. The blood flow in the brain, when we do things in completion from side to side, it actually creates the blood flow and it signals to the brain that we're moving the energy through both hemispheres. It's very important to be able to function properly. The brain needs to have that consistent flow. And so it's really a health thing as well. It's fascinating when you really dissect it and look at, kind of the intricacies of it all. But from just a very basic level, just finish what you start. Keep it simple. So finishing what we start, let's go ahead and we'll revert back quickly to what we did yesterday. So that's Warrior 2. You have both sides there completed, feeling fulfilled, feeling, proud, right? Proud that you did both sides. And then we're going to go back quickly to our back bend arch that we did yesterday. And of course, all of these poses have multiple names. So sometimes you're not sure if you did it. Just keep it simple, keep it English for now. And then you can take a little back bend here. And then bring it back to your warrior pose. And then hands back at your heart. And that is our challenge for today. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much for joining me and Cheryl on our beautiful poses with purpose challenge. So happy to have you here with us. Awesome day, everyone.